We've seen Mac Jones have the ability to be an effective NFL quarterback. We all know that Mac Jones was a hell of a quarterback as well at Alabama. But apparently, Mac may not be the guy going forward in New England after trade rumors heated up yesterday, talking about the Patriots actually moving on from the signal caller through the trade route. Now, why would they do that, you ask? Well, after looking into the answer, it seems pretty obvious. It's personal. Not only that, it seems there's been a rift in the relationship between Mac Jones and Patriots head coach Bill Belichick ever since Mac sought outside offensive counsel during the 2022 season. It's one thing to not play well. It's one thing to have some interesting in-game antics, but it's a totally another thing to ask coaches not inside your facility or attached to your organization for help in the game of football schematically and strategically. Now, some coaches, they probably would just shake it off, but not Bill Belichick. See, Bill sees this as a betrayal to the team because after all, he's a Hall of Fame coach with a track record of knowing how to hire the right guys. He also takes the structure of the organization seriously. And by Mac going outside of the family, he basically took a shot at Bill Belichick, which I know Bill's not going to tolerate. Now imagine walking into your bank, the one you use, sitting down in one of the teller's offices, then calling another bank for bank account advice. If you embarrass yourself, that's one thing. But if you embarrass the Hall of Fame coach, you're Gonzo the Clown. And unless there's some parlay between the two, I don't see how this relationship is going to work long term, because if anybody holds a grudge, it's Bill Belichick. Now maybe Mac and Bill can work it out, but I doubt it. And the fact you're hearing these things now lend me to believe that Mac Jones won't be calling New England home for much longer, and may lead you to believe that Jalen Hurts was the best quarterback out of the three between Mac, Tua, and Mr. Hurts. I'm going to bring in my co-host, David Cohn, former Michigan quarterback, my other co-host, Blaine Crane, former Western State, Colorado wide receiver. Guys, there's multiple arguments here, but I do want to get to the crux of the issue of why we're hearing trade rumors heat up for Mac Jones. And when you really dive into it, as I said, it seems to me like somebody got their feelings hurt. And to be honest with you, I would too if I was a coach.
Okay.
If you want to go outside and learn a dance in the end zone after you score from some choreographer, I don't care. But if you're going to seek football help, strategic football help, schematic football help, try and bring in somebody from the outside and your name's not Tom Brady, that would cause a problem with me because I have one job as the head coach. I have to put my team in the best position possible. And when you go outside of the family for strategic help, that's you telling me you don't believe in the way that I'm doing things. I would rather you come in my office, close the door, sit down and say, Coach, I got a couple problems with some things. Other than going to find somebody else who's just another form of what I do at the highest level to try and fix my baby. I don't need you to go get another parent to teach my child how I want them to be raised and how they need to act. That's what I don't blame Bill Belichick.
Well, I certainly hope Mac Jones didn't act in a disrespectful manner towards Bill Belichick. I don't have any sort of inside information on that. I did meet Mac Jones once. Remember, we were talking about the sports VTS system. I saw the kid throw. And first of all, let me just start where I always start with Mac Jones. He's beating the odds, man. This kid was never even supposed to be a starter at Alabama. David. Almost won the Heisman Trophy.
His name's McCorkle, and he's the starting quarterback.
Goes 15 overall. He's a starting quarterback for the New England Patriots. You take over for Tom Brady. Congratulations. I really hope that he didn't do anything disrespectful. In terms of going and seeking outside counsel, what else is he supposed to do? Matt Patricia's his OC last year. You know, a slap in the face to Bill Belichick. How about that guy's a slap in the face to being named OC for the New England Patriots and for Mac Jones? Look, as a rookie, he made the Pro Bowl. I know some of those guys opted out, but he still threw for 3,800 yards as a rookie, 22 touchdowns. He had the 13 picks. He hasn't had a season yet in the NFL where he hasn't thrown double-digit picks. I don't know if Mac Jones is going to be the long-time starter in New England. We've said that from the very beginning. What are the chances this actually works out? Not great, but he's shown that he can be a starter in the NFL. And then you follow that up with getting Matt Patricia as his offensive coordinator. No wonder the kid struggles. Now he's going to have his third OC in 3 years, which he's actually excited about because he was singing the praises of Bill O'Brien when he got hired from Alabama, by the way. So if Bill Belichick wants to move on just because he's bitter at Mac Jones, then that seems kind of silly. If he wants to move on because he said this kid just does not have the skill set that I need to be able to win Super Bowls, that's an entirely different matter. But it seems Bill Belichick can't get along with any of the quarterbacks that play for him.
Guys, now we know that the Booster Club, All Our Bets, and Crane & Company is sponsored by the best sports book that has ever graced the surface, underneath, or above the earth.
Fact.
And that's our friends over at DraftKings. And right now, we know basketball season is getting to the back end. All right, you had March Madness, you got the NBA playoffs coming on, some great bets, some great same-game parlays, and teams have been competing since October for their shot at the title. All right, so new customers, we are offering that you can get $150 in bonus bets if your pregame moneyline wager of $5 cashes. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app right now. New customers, use that promo code CRANE, that's how you do it, CRAIN, to bet $5 on any pregame moneyline wager and get $150 in bonus bets back if your bet hits. That's promo code CRANE, CRAIN, only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Guys, I'm telling you, living in a state now where it's legal, it's to sports gamble, it's fantastic. The thing I like about DraftKings, as usual, the quick and easy payouts. I like how easy the app is to navigate. If you're a beginner or you're an expert, it's easy to find the bets that we're able to find them in real time live on the show. It's just, it's very easy to manage. And again, man, I've never had a problem in any facet of trying to get my bet in, getting the money what I've won, being able to deposit money on there, just going through the process of being able to get early lines and sharps and things like that. I mean, DraftKings is the move, man.
Yep, UFC 287.
Yes. I'm going out of Sonya. You're going Pereira, right?
Easy all day. Submission.
I think he's going to knock out Pereira. He's going to foot to the face. But make sure you download DraftKings. Use that promo code CRANE, CRAIN, for those fantastic deals. And look, there's bumps and bruises in every relationship, and it's so competitive in that facility that you're going to have some of those, back and forth. I think there's multiple reasons that the Patriots have struggled. I don't think they've surrounded Mac Jones with the personnel he needs to be able to be an elite NFL offense. I mean, you can't win this game with one player. I mean, Jacoby Myers, that's a really cool story, but outside of that, you're not going to be able to move the ball. I will say this. I get Matt Patricia wasn't a great hire. Turned out that it wasn't a great hire. I think we can all say that. But I am not going to second guess Bill Belichick's ability to put a staff around him that he thinks can win. And maybe it's the coach in me. If you want something done different, come to me and let me go get somebody. We can agree on somebody to bring in. You can't sneak away while everybody's asleep and go ask somebody in the other village why their corn grows faster than ours. Like, it's just it's disrespectful. And I'll tell you this, Mac Jones better be a little wary about Bill O'Brien, because if they go in there and there's a problem and Bill Belichick and Bill O'Brien sit down and say, we have Mac Jones, I wonder, would the Panthers want Mac maybe? Or would the Texans want Mac? Because I know who Bill O'Brien coached last year, and his ass wasn't Mac Jones. His name was Bryce Young. So, I wouldn't count my chickens before they hatched if it was Mac. And I don't think Mac's done enough to have the cachet to go outside and say, you know what, I need to go talk to a guru of my own. Because we've seen that problem with who else? Russell Wilson. We've seen problems with even the great Tom Brady and his 19 guys in the entourage that walk around with him. So it's an interesting storyline with the draft coming up.
Well, if I know anything, I know that the Panthers or Texans aren't giving up a pick for Mac Jones. You're going to take C.J. Stroud or Bryce Young 100%. Two, it depends on what guru do you go see. Will Bill Belichick be mad if Mac Jones went and talked to Nick Saban? Talk to the top tier coaches. Would Bill Belichick be mad? I don't know. I really don't know. At the end of the day, you didn't give anything for Mac to be successful. Your offensive coordinator is the defensive coordinator in the NFL. You ran the most simplistic, butter my bread offense in the league. I think you had some okay pieces in Jacoby Myers, Ramondre Stevenson. I mean, you had some okay guys. We'll see. And I thought this offseason was the offseason that you're actually going to make some moves. DeAndre Hopkins on the block. Like, you had plenty of guys you could go get. So am I upset at this? No. I don't think Mac is this guy who goes out of way to start trouble. I mean, you remember when Mac got drafted, the only thing they raved about is how great this kid's work ethic was. Had 15 binders going into every team he talked to. So it depends on my opinion on who he goes and talk to if Bill gets mad. Now, this is a thing where maybe the Patriots want to go get Lamar Jackson and they're shopping him just to see what they can get. But if you look out there right now, right, and you're Bill Belichick, you're the Patriots, who are you going to go get? Because if you want anywhere close to the first or second pick, you're going to have to give up so much. So much. And other than that, wait a year, right? Wait a year, then go hit that quarterback coming out of the draft class.
Well, when it comes down to personnel, like, I don't put that on Mac. Mac didn't go outside to say we need better players. Mac went to go ask somebody to help with offensive strategies and to try and do something new on offense. And again, I will concede, Matt Patricia was not the best offensive coordinator. But Matt Patricia also didn't have weapons. The team with the best players is going to win most of the games. We all know that. There's been genius offensive coordinators that haven't had good players and look like idiots. And there's been offensive coordinators that are just running bread pudding that look like geniuses because they have better players. So a lot of it is personnel. I just feel like if you're going to go against me in the coaching route, then at least come up and tell me first. That's where I think the rift was.
Maybe that happened.
Well, see, I don't. But why again though? If you went to Bill Belichick and said, "Coach, I want to go outside for offensive help during the 2022 season," and Bill Belichick said, "Yeah, that's fine. This problem doesn't exist."
I don't know. Bill Belichick seems to be that he's
I don't know. I watched Mac Jones. I watched Mac Jones try and hurt guys after the play.
Of all time.
I think Mac Jones,
long-time Patriot, and Bill Belichick ran him out of town. Mac Jones doesn't have a chance.
Well, again, let's not forget a little bit. I think there's a little bit of sneakiness to Mac Jones on who he is now.
Maybe.
We see. Remember, got in trouble in college. Got in trouble in college a couple times. You got clips of him trying to literally rip people's knees when he throws an interception behind the play. And I'm all for competitiveness, but he's a dirty player in my opinion. And then you have this. I just know sometimes Beaver Cleaver turns out to be not exactly the nice crew cut guy cutting or painting the neighbor's fence. I don't know. But again, man's beat the odds.
Player.
You're exactly right on that. I don't think anybody. I mean, right now, we're talking about him with Tua Tagovailoa and Jalen Hurts.
That is true.
So, I mean,
on the Lamar Jackson front, though, I mean, Lamar Jackson's whole thing is I want to get paid $250 million guaranteed, and y'all didn't get me any weapons. That's not going to happen in New England. Bill Belichick's been used to Tom Brady, who's taken a discount for 20 years, and we just said the Patriots didn't have a lot of offensive weapons. Why would Lamar Jackson go there?
I wouldn't if I was Lamar. Hell no. If I was Lamar or Aaron, any of these guys, not a chance. Hey, YouTube, do us a favor. If you like this content, hit that subscribe button, turn that notification bell on, and hit that like button. We really, really appreciate it.